In the year 2473, the universe had become a patchwork of interstellar alliances and conflicts. Planets were governed by a delicate balance of power, and the inhabitants of those worlds had grown accustomed to the presence of myriad species. Among them was a young alien girl named Lyra, from the planet Veshar. Her species, the Kothari, were known for their vibrant bioluminescent skin and delicate, elongated limbs. Lyra had always felt like an outsider, even among her own kind. Lyra's world was rich with resources but plagued by conflict. War had ravaged Veshar for decades, and its people were divided between those who wished to ally with the Galactic Federation and those who preferred isolation. The Kothari were deeply spiritual and valued harmony, but the war had fractured their beliefs and unity. Lyra, with her inquisitive nature, often wandered beyond the borders of her settlement, seeking solace in the lush forests, where she felt a connection to the planet's life force. One fateful day, Lyra ventured further than usual, driven by the whispers of the ancient trees. She stumbled upon a battlefield littered with remnants of a skirmish between Kothari rebels and Federation forces. Amidst the chaos, she found a wounded human soldier. His dark hair clung to his forehead, matted with blood, and he lay barely conscious. Despite her fear of humans, propagated by the stories she had heard from her elders, Lyra felt a tug of empathy. Using her small, nimble hands, she gathered healing herbs that flourished nearby. She worked carefully, applying the salves to the soldier's wounds, whispering soothing words in her native tongue, hoping somehow he could understand her intentions. As she worked, she felt a connection to the soldier, an understanding that transcended the boundaries of species. The soldier, a medic named Lucas, gradually regained consciousness. His eyes fluttered open, revealing a deep hue that contrasted sharply with the vibrant surroundings. He blinked in disbelief at the sight of the young alien girl tending to him. "Who?" he murmured, struggling to sit up. Lyra stepped back, her heart racing. "I'm Lyra," she stammered, the weight of her name heavy on her tongue. "You were hurt. I want to help." Lucas, still disoriented, attempted to process the situation. He had been trained to treat the wounded, but he had never imagined finding himself in such a dire state, let alone being helped by an alien. He sensed the purity in her intentions and nodded weakly. "Thank you," he managed to say, his voice raspy. As Lyra continued to treat his wounds, they exchanged stories, cautiously at first. Lucas spoke of Earth, of its beauty and strife, while Lyra shared tales of Veshar's lush landscapes and spiritual traditions. Despite their differences, a bond began to form between them, a connection grounded in shared vulnerability and humanity. Days passed, and as Lucas's strength returned, he realized he could not stay hidden in the forest. The fighting would only intensify, and Lyra's safety was at risk. He needed to find a way to get her to safety, away from the clashing forces of their peoples. "I can take you to my camp," Lucas suggested one evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of purple and gold. "They'll help you. You'll be safe there." Lyra's heart sank. The very idea of leaving her home, her planet, filled her with dread. "But what if they don't understand me? What if they think I'm a threat?" Lucas took her hand, his grip firm yet gentle. "They'll see you for who you are. I'll be with you." With a heavy heart, Lyra made the decision to trust Lucas. They traveled through the forest under the cloak of darkness, Lyra's bioluminescent skin shimmering like stars against the night. As they approached the human camp, Lyra's pulse quickened. The camp was bustling with activity, soldiers moving about with purpose. Lucas stepped forward, his voice steady. "Everyone, I need your attention." The soldiers halted, turning their gazes toward the unexpected pair. Murmurs rippled through the crowd as Lucas introduced Lyra. "This is Lyra, a Kothari girl who saved my life. She means no harm. I need your support to ensure her safety." Initial skepticism hung in the air, but then one soldier, a burly man named Sergeant Arlen, stepped forward. "We're not here to fight, children," he said gruffly, but there was a softness in his eyes. "If she's with you, she's with us." Lyra felt a wave of relief wash over her, though doubt still lingered. She had always been taught to fear humans, yet here they were, offering her shelter. As days turned into weeks, Lyra became a part of the camp. The soldiers began to see her not as an alien, but as a child with hopes and dreams, just like their own. She learned to communicate more with them, teaching them some Kothari phrases while they taught her human customs. She shared stories of her planet's beauty and traditions, and in turn, they revealed tales of their own struggles and victories. Slowly, barriers fell away, replaced by mutual respect and understanding. One night, under the vast, starry sky, Lyra and Lucas sat by the campfire. "Do you think we can ever bring peace between our peoples?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Lucas looked at her, his expression contemplative. "I believe it starts with us. If we can show others that our differences can unite us, rather than divide us, then maybe, just maybe, we can create a better future." In that moment, Lyra understood the power of connection. She realized that while no one else had helped her, Lucas had shown her the value of compassion, of breaking down barriers. With him by her side, she felt a renewed sense of hope. As the conflict continued, Lyra and Lucas became symbols of unity. They worked together to create a dialogue between the Kothari and the humans, their story inspiring others to embrace differences rather than fear them. Through their efforts, they paved the way for a new era, one where understanding triumphed over prejudice. Lyra's journey from solitude to connection exemplified the essence of being human, an embrace of diversity, empathy, and the unwavering belief that even in the darkest of times, a single act of kindness could light the way forward.